Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 26 of the Backwoods Cabin. If you remember in episode 25, I was just about to go down to Louisiana. I showed the beginning part of the winter workshop projects, and this will show the ending product. The workshop is fairly clean now. Everything is ready to go up north. My dad's actually heading up to the Backwoods Cabin this weekend for the first time. The gates have been opened up there so you can get in the road that gets to the driveway, and even though it's been really warm down here in like the middle of Minnesota and a little bit southern where I live, up there, when they opened up the gate, which was I don't know, let's say about 4 or 5 days ago, they had to walk in to do it. There was still too much snow up there to drive in. But in the last couple days now, they've got between 4 and 5 inches of rain up there, finally not snow, so that should have melted it down. So anyway, we're going to go through what he finished up here. And all this stuff is going to go up north this weekend, and the next video after this, episode 27, will be showing it all in the cabin, on the cabin, and you'll see what I mean. I know I showed a little bit of these stools. I'm not sure, I know I did in the very last video, I'm not sure if I showed them in any more detail in any of the previous videos, but he had the two little snowshoes here on the back side, and he just was not happy with that, so he decided to add deer horns on there, which really added a lot to how it looks, and it also made it more usable. I mean, now you can know this is not going to go anywhere when you sit against it. Keep in mind that everything in here right now is pretty dusty, and there's really no reason to dust them off until they get up north. So you can see how those deer horns just wrap right around the back. Everything is really screwed and glued and real solid. So after we got this done, I think the last thing that we were looking at in that last video pretty much was the kitchen table chairs. And he's taken pictures along the whole way here. So here's a few pictures of those chairs when he was putting the upholstery on. And here now you can see them when they're all finished. He's got all the upholstery on there. All the coloring really seems to look pretty good to me. It'll be nice to see them up at the cabin because I think it's really going to fit in good with that whole entire decor. And I know you guys have already seen the barbecue cabinet for out on the front porch, but it's not covered in plastic anymore or anything, so this will be nice to have up there. I think the most boring project that he did this winter was doing all of the boards for around the windows. If you guys remember, all the interior boards are up inside, but there was no boards that were put around the window for trim yet, so he went ahead and he had to distress those and all that. You'll be able to get a much better look at these once they're installed in the cabin, but at least you can see the coloring and the distress marks. Should fit right in with everything else. This is some more, the ones for around the window are all 2x material, and then for like the corners and stuff like that, he's made these out of 1x. So one of the other things that he did was make the doors for the front of the workshop. If you guys remember the workshop up there right now, it's just a couple of pieces of plywood on that, what's going to be the double doors. And the reason why it took so long is he wanted to make wooden hinges. So I don't know when it was, it's been a long time ago that we actually cut the wood and let it dry. We cut it out of ash, and then he went ahead and he made the wooden hinges. So here's some of those parts that are all ready to go up north. This one here is actually the hinge for the center part of the door. This here is the main latch that'll keep that door closed. This will be on one part of the door, this will be on the other part of the door, and then you'll grab it like this to shut it. And I mean, that'll kind of hold it, but on the inside of the door there'll be where you put the 2x4. Here, hold on. Something like this here, where you have the 2x4 that goes and slides in to really hold the door shut tight. And then pretty much the last thing that was done this winter was the actual doors for the front of that workshop. And here you can see the finished doors. Well, they don't have the center hinge on yet, but these are all ready to go up north. He put that same wood preservative stuff that I know I talked about in a previous video when he put the siding on the cabin itself, and it's a powder that mixes in with water, and then you just spray it on and it naturally makes it this color. There's no staining, no pigment or anything in it. So here's a couple pictures when he first put it on, and actually these pictures I took a couple of days apart, so you can't really, I could tell with the naked eye that it was actually starting to change color a little bit. I don't know exactly how well you'll be able to see it in the picture. So as you can see, it's been about a month since that stuff was put on, and so it acts fast. It's activated by the sun and the rain, and by the time now these go up there and get installed, which I mean they're going to go up there this weekend, be installed, I don't know, within the next couple weeks. And they're going to match right in with the rest of the color of the workshop. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching episode 26 of the Backwoods Cabin. It'll just be probably under 3 weeks and I'll have episode 27, and a bunch of the stuff will get installed into the cabin and we can take a good look at it and see how everything matches in. See you guys in the next video.